What's up, guys? I'm Janetta from Fat Finger Foods. Today we're out in the pepper fields in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This isn't Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is what? Bledsoe. What's Bledsoe? Oh, Tennessee sounds better. I'm out here in Tennessee. Later on, we're going to be going with Goon Squad, making their own batch of hot sauce with Hoffs, and we are so stoked, and we can't wait to get to it. Should I try this? Is this going to be dangerous? Okay, I can do it. I can do this.
Hey, how's it going?
My name's Janetta.
Nice to meet you, Janetta. I'm Aaron Hoffman. Some people call me Hoff. I founded the company Hoff and Pepper, and we make Hoff sauce, hot sauce. We're on Dayton Mountain. It's a beautiful mountain that a generational family farmer grows all of our peppers for us.
Awesome.
And we're really psyched to be able to use local high quality ingredients. When my wife and I first started, we were getting them delivered to our home, not to our manufacturing facility. So the first day that they were delivered, they were just stacked up on our porch, and it was like, wow, these are just incredibly insane, amazing peppers that we haven't had. My dad and I used to that was like kind of a bonding thing. We would eat hot peppers or hot sauce together. So to me, peppers kind of remind me of my childhood. It's really important, and to be able to share this with other people, I couldn't ask for a cooler thing in my life. Our mission is to make every meal taste amazing, and thinking now, it's just mind-blowing that there's probably tens of thousands of bottles on people's table across the country, that we're sharing this food with, and it's making their meal taste amazing. It blows my mind.
Pick one out.
So let's see here. Here's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys see? Well, we're gonna probably go through the process tomorrow. There he goes.
It's just so clean and fresh, and fruity at the same time, and it's got just a great snap to it. When you get peppers that have been at the grocery store, they just don't have the same snap.
It tastes like water. They're just like block.
Yeah.
You can't really get that freshness. And like you said, when I bit into it, I did taste the sweetness of the pepper too.
You can hear the crunch.
Yeah. And that's beautiful. I love anything crunchy.
All right, so I'm going to hand you off to our farmer, Tyler Swafford. Good to see you, man.
Tyler,
Hello, how's it going?
you have a beautiful field out here, man.
Well, thank you. My dad bought this about 30 years ago, but behind us there, that's my grandpa's land, and he bought that about 60 years ago. And so my dad was just lucky enough to get this to connect to it. We do bell pepper, jalapeno, hot banana, sweet banana. Just not many of those at all, but mainly jalapeno, bell pepper. We've been out here before when we first started picking for Aaron. Me and 4 other guys, and we start at 7 o'clock in the morning and get done at 7 o'clock that afternoon.
Wait. You handpick all these peppers?
Well, now, when we first started with Aaron, and then after that first season, I was like, I've got to find a better way. So I started talking to my dad and using his crew to help come in and pick it, and that was a game changer.
Wait, but you still handpick all these peppers?
It's all handpicked, yes.
Wow,
every bit of
that
it.
is pretty crazy. What's your process from the beginning of planting it to harvest?
Well, like Aaron was talking about earlier, we order your seeds. So we found a variety that we really like that grows well for what he wants it, and so we get our seeds in, and then we'll take them out to the greenhouses and we'll sow them. That takes a pretty good while because we got to hand sow them by hand. So they're little bitty old seeds. You got to drop them into 200 cell trays, and then we'll put them in our germinating room, germinate them, then move them out into the greenhouse. That usually, from the greenhouse to the grow out time is that time of year is about 2 months. And then depending on the spring, how the weather looks, that's where you play a little, because you want to get them out. The earlier you get them out, the faster you can pick them. So you have to kind of play a little Russian roulette. Like, is it going to be? Is there a late frost coming, or can we do it? Can we get by? And so then you get them in the field. You plant them. We plant these with a 2-row, 2 people right on the back of a setter, and there's a wheel that pokes a wheel every 12 inches, and we'll put them in there. And then from there, that's where the growing process. Everything has to start with a good foundation. So we have our fertilized mix in there, knowing what makes them grow the best, and then we'll side dress them along the way. So we actually come through here and so we haven't. We're not picking yet, so we'll just let things like this. But when we come through here to pick, we'd eat things down. For our whole lives, we've been taught that we have to put chemicals to survive. But is that true? I mean, I know there's pests and diseases. I've seen them now. Like we lost that over to a canker. But I think we just got to keep trying. That's the thing, not knocking these big industries, because the goal is, like, in our minds we're preached we got to feed the world, but I think we got to start with trying to feed the communities, and then branch from there. But when I would go to these farm meetings and farm shows, we was taught the meeting wasn't about like growing. Let's worry about growing a more healthier plant, a more natural way. It's like, okay, well, this is the newest thing to fight against this newest disease, and it's. With a healthy plant is a healthy immune system, so let's focus on what can we put in this soil a more natural way to try to block with these insects or cope with them versus just trying to annihilate everything. Because when you do come in here with a chemical, you're killing bugs, but you're killing your good bugs too. There's so many bugs. There's a balance to things, and there's so many bugs that help that don't hurt. And so, I mean, I heard you hear one thing, well, I don't want anything flying in my field. I want everything dead. And I just think that's not good at all. It's a job. Most people, they view it as a noble thing, but there's not a lot of people growing up nowadays that says, I heard one guy talking about it one time. He's like, if you're doing really good in your school and you go up to the counselor and talking about college classes, and you say, I want to be a farmer one day. Well, most people, that's a farmer. What do you want to be a farmer for? But it's viewed as, it's hard, it's tough. I think we have to figure out a better system, because the older generation, the average age of a farmer is 60 years old. And so that tells you one thing, either they just really love what they do, or they can't get out because of the financial pressure. And so you got an older generation that can't get in, or can't get out, and then you got a younger generation that can't get in because it's too expensive. So something has to give. It's tough, I'm telling you. I'm driving the same truck I drove since high school, so
I need to get you a new truck.
I'm telling you, so farming is very rewarding, but it's a battle.
So it's the next morning, and we are driving right now to Hoff's Kitchen to meet up with my brother Simon Yelzer from Goon Squad, and we're gonna make a hot sauce there. Whoa. What's up, dude? Come on out. Y'all ready to make some hot sauces?
Born ready.
Let's go.
I love me some hot sauce, so.
You ready?
This is exciting, man.
Let's go. I'll introduce you guys to Aaron. Watch the river.
Oh, man.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Good to see you. Nice to meet you.
Elazar.
Awesome. Nice to meet you. This is a business incubator building, so there are 50 different companies in here. A good portion of them are just small office companies, but it also has a manufacturing side. So
what's that smell, Aaron?
Well, you're smelling hot sauce.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Walking in was, we didn't know what we were walking into, honestly. We walked in, and then the closer we got to the rooms, the more we found out what we're about to do today. Yeah, the temperatures were rising through each stage.
Yeah. Right whenever we walked into that room, I started sweating. I started feeling it.
It smelled amazing in there. Yeah. It just smells like you're about to jump into like a big old thing of like some salsa or something.
Yo, what if there was a pool of hot sauce? I'd just start swimming in.
Amber, our spice mistress.
Let's go.
and she mixes all the spices. And then we have Jay over here, and he's doing up the giant mixer. Get the peppers done.
Shoot, I've never seen something like that. It looks legit.
Yeah, it's just a commercial blender that we found that definitely helps our process. We have a couple of them, depending on how many peppers we're processing. In here is the main kitchen. This is where we blend finely, cook, and then bottle our sauces. Now, Hoff sauce is actually strained. It's hand strained. So when we're making Hoff sauce, we actually run it through this fine mesh bag and squeeze it out by hand. So when we're making Hoff sauce, all of it is hand strained. These are, this is mean green. Yeah, let me stir it up here. So this has set for up to a month, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. And you can see that the mash is all at the top. But when you stir it together, you start seeing it come together as a very chunky mean green. It has to run through the Vitamixes to get it very finely mashed. So now, in my opinion, at this stage is when it tastes the best, because we have to cook it in order to pasteurize it and bottle it. But if you guys want to taste it in this form, you can. Go for it. No, this is mean green, yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's actually, that's good. It's pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy, but that's delicious. I've never tried that one, and I think that's my favorite one now. It really is.
So when Aaron opened up that mean green mash, yo, that was good.
Yeah,
that was
it
good.
just looked good. Like whenever he mixed it up, it was like super green, refreshing looking. And whenever you first taste it, it's like, I don't know, it feels like you're biting into a few like different peppers whenever you're biting into that. Like,
it was good.
Really
it was
good.
like sweet, a little tangy. It was good.
Got a little bit of spice to it.
I did sweat a little bit.
I think that's my new favorite sauce now, though. That's definitely my new favorite. I mean, they're amazing sauces, but that one is like, I want to put that on a hot dog. You know what I mean?
This is not fermented. This is fresh peppers that are packed in vinegar. So it has more of a fresh chili pepper taste rather than the Tabasco fermented, you know, flavor that you get. A lot of people say that Tabasco is vinegary. It's not super vinegar. I mean, it is vinegary, but they're actually tasting the fermented taste to it. I like fermented hot sauce, but this is different.
Why don't you sell it like that?
We can't, because it has to be heated to a certain temperature and sold in order to bottle it.
The red mash, I think I still feel a little bit of the red mash like in the back of my throat. But it was
Wait, it wasn't mash. It was already
oh yeah, that's right.
It
It wasn't even
it was ready to go.
It was ready to go. It was ready to go into the little containers for the syrup.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So this is Hoff sauce that's actually been blended in the Vitamixes over here. So it's not as chunky, but it hasn't been cooked yet. So it's still gonna be different than what you might get in the bottle. Y'all wanna try it?
Yep, I'm down.
All right.
I'm scared.
That's just like I remember. It's just good. It's really good. It's really good. It's really good.
Go good on a hot dog. A little bit of ranch.
On everything.
Everything, yeah, you got that right.
So this is Amber. She is, like I said, our spice mistress, and she mixes all the spices of all the different sauces need.
Can you still smell?
Sometimes. There are good days and bad days. Depends on what I'm mixing.
Yeah, it's like really strong in here.
When you go outside, is it a different smell?
Yeah.
The blending, I mean, you have to be really careful because like he was saying, like if you put in like the powder and it just like creates a mushroom cloud, it'll get in your eyeballs and it'll make you cry and everything. So we had to be real careful.
Yeah,
We're working with hot sauce, so you definitely have to.
So we know, I mean, we did some hot sauce challenges, so we know to be really extra careful.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was pretty cool, just like blending it in that commercial grade blender and stuff right there.
Just seeing how simple the ingredients are. I mean, I know there's some special stuff in there, but
Secret
just
stuff.
like
Secret
it's the simple, and it's like all like basically fresh. Like it just smells fresh in there.
Hopefully I don't mess this up.
It goes all over the floor.
All right, perfect. And then we've got the vinegar that's already portioned out.
This won't go everywhere.
This is a man's job.
You do 100 of these a day?
That's a workout. Some heavy peppers.
Yeah, most aspects of this job is pretty physical because you're moving around 50-pound buckets. And the kettles in there, you're picking these buckets over your head to get them into those kettles. So.
Where's the button?
And then your spice mixture.
Right. What did it say? SG. It's right behind him in the middle, one of the middle buckets.
You want to
Say SG on the top.
It does.
Can I put it on the ground?
Yes, and be careful with it.
Yeah, be careful, pour it slow.
If you make it angry, it ends up in your nose.
I'll try.
You must have experienced it before.
Oh yeah.
Super fast, or you did.
I mean, you can just, it can be in the air and you just walk and it hits you in the eyeball. And then
See that puff right there?
Yeah.
You don't want to get your face in that.
that's why I poured in last. Because
Huff on that
all right there along that bucket, it's going to mushroom cloud back out.
Man.
Was that slow enough?
Yeah. All right, let's switch it on.
Right here, the red button?
Yep. All right. Now this is another physical part because you gotta you gotta use the bucket.
Yep. Which
use
bucket?
The one with, use that one.
Clean bucket.
Yeah. And so
You gotta line it up perfect.
having two people, it's easy, but so you're gonna want to keep the bucket under it because if you just pour it
I'll
out,
keep
it
the
would.
bucket, you pour it.
Okay, there you go. But you gotta square on
Hold it by the handle, and you want it to
Oh,
be
okay.
like that.
Oh, he got a technique right there.
And so you're gonna you hit that one with your foot.
Oh, okay. That's what I should have done. We got it working
It
units.
goes all over the
And
vinegar.
I-
I didn't throw the vinegar. If I threw the vinegar, it tastes a little different. I poured the vinegar in there.
Did the powder, right?
Yeah, I did the powder. I had to be careful. And these boys had to pour it into the bucket because
That was pretty sketchy. You started pouring it too fast, and I was trying to catch it.
But we got it done.
yeah,
We got it done.
You gotta have a special skill to hold that bucket and pour it in because it can't just be anybody.
Hey, not a drop of sauce can be lost in it. I don't think
Exactly.
we lost any sauce. So.
Exactly.
Oh, slow down, slow down.
Go ahead and place it down.
Yeah.
Look at that. Hot sauce maker naturals.
And there's your bucket of smoking ghost, ready to go get aged.
Now where does this go?
Down the hatch.
So basically, just on this pallet with the smoking ghost lid.
Yeah, put the lid on it.
That's awesome.
And then all of it gets dated and everything so that we can keep track of it. So each, before we start bottling, we have to measure the temperature with a separate thermometer, make sure it's acceptable beforehand. And this one is not quite up to temperature, so we have to wait a little while longer. Okay, so first off, you have to lift that up with your thumb. All right, here you go.
Like a little towel. Yep. Wipe it up. I saw him do that.
So, you know, I thought I was gonna be like just like a straight up champ. I was just gonna do it like the dude was doing it, but I hit that lever and it just came out so fast it kind of just went all over the place. But the second one, I took extra precautions. You know, I got a couple bottles filled up properly, but that was pretty cool. You know, you have to be extra careful.
Yeah. Yelzer was just pure. He was like so professional. They were ready to hire him on the spot.
I'm just trying to get a job one day here soon.
Yeah, move that little lever up. There's like that little, Go down for me. Yeah. Okay.
Is that good?
That's good.
This person's not gonna get all at the top.
Yeah, that person's gonna be mad.
Yeah.
Let it rip.
Hey, there's a good one. That's perfect.
Yeah. Sign him up. I'm just gonna finish this bottle.
All right, he likes it. Gotta slip the tab up. Even our labels are local. We get them printed in Ottawa by a local label company. So we really try to keep it all in Tennessee. This is Wes. He's our lead labeler. And then we also have Hitomi over there who's trying to ignore the camera.
Who designed your logo right there? I noticed that's a really cool one.
Yeah, so there's a local illustrator that's also yeah, it is. That's my ghost. That's what actually that's what I look like when I wake up in the morning.
The labeling was fun. I mean, just seeing how it was done, because I never knew that's how labels went on bottles. I thought they just buy the bottles with the labels on there.
Right?
So you got a label. It was pretty cool, you know, seeing how that machine's done. And I mean, it's just like coming back to everything is done by hand around here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep. Even the shrink wrap on the really
Yeah.
top. So you
Yep.
gotta have that steady
Yep.
hand, and you gotta rotate it properly. You gotta basically be kind of like a robot. You know what I mean? You gotta figure it out. You know what I mean? But I mean, you gotta have that technique, and then you figure it out. And I think you bottled this one, so it's not.
No,
Yeah.
you bottled
Nice.
that one.
That's all right.
I'm kidding. It took a little bit of getting used to, but that's just so cool how all that stuff is just bottled all by hand.
It takes practice, just like anything else.
Oh
There you go.
wow!
You see that?
Go. See? Nice and flat.
Here.
You go right ahead.
I'll unwrap that one, right? Try it again.
Yelzer catch stuff.
You don't need to catch it.
You guys got it.
Wrap the label
Around.
Round and then over.
Get inside.
Let the Hoffman check it out. Is it
Yeah,
good?
it's good.
Hey,
Center, yeah.
Let me shrink wrap one of those.
Let's see what you got. This man is the guy that usually shrink wrap stuff.
The big number is you want to make sure you're holding it down as you start to apply heat.
Okay.
Go around the sides and then over the top.
Look at that.
A little bit better. That's pretty good.
Not bad at all.
Will it pass or won't?
Now, the real test is our machine here. See if Sally likes it. She likes it.
We named this machine Sally, which is salvation, because when we were having to hand label it, it was just yeah.
And make it perfect.
Have to make it perfect.
Look at that.
You're too slow.
Down the road. Takes me a little bit of getting used to. Y'all speed it up there. I'm getting bored. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, how do you box it up? You do it like that? Or do you rip like this?
Well, yeah, you might as well go ahead and tape it up. I didn't see the tape.
Alright, so I need to get that side right there.
That's a fresh case ready to go.
That's right.
Made by Goon Squad. There you go. People are going to be fighting over it later on.
Well, I sure appreciate you guys coming and learning the whole process. It's been awesome.
Oh yeah.
I love your show and definitely wanted to meet you guys, so it's a pleasure.
And yeah,
There you go.
we appreciate you having us as well. So,
Awesome. Thanks, man.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Have a
Thank you.
nice New Year.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Being here was just a whole entire amazing experience. Like
Yeah.
going from finding this on the shelf at our local Ace Hardware while we were working on the
Yeah.
house and stuff like that,
To seeing how it's
to
made.
seeing how it's made, it's just amazing. You know,
Yep.
this whole entire like thing. Knowing that everything is like made here in Chattanooga locally, because we love hot
Right.
sauce. And then once we found out the Smoking Ghost, we started putting that stuff on everything. Made a few videos
Yeah.
of, you guys know how I like my hot dogs. You know, the Hoff sauce and the
little bit of ranch.
a little bit of ranch and stuff like that, which this facility is amazing. I mean, the people here and everything that's going on.
And
is
knowing
just-
that everything is handmade.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
That's mind-boggling. I mean, from like putting the peppers into a little grinder
Yep.
to putting the labels on this.
Yeah.
And where are the peppers? The peppers are from.
They're local. They're from a
local, yeah.
farm. Yeah. in
So
Chattanooga.
everything is local. Even the labeling on these bottles is local. So that just makes it even more better, like this whole
Makes,
entire thing.
yeah, super unique.
And we made a box. I
Yeah.
mean, we made this box of
Aaron
hot
hooked
sauce.
us up.
We bottled this stuff for you guys. We put labels on it. I mean, and we're gonna do something special with this box, right?
Exactly. I think we're gonna
Announce that on our
Goon
channel.
Squad Unleashed channel.
Goon
Definitely.
Squad Unleashed.